Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 330 to Go High School Football Show. I am Mike Voorhees. Today, I have the absolute pleasure of getting to talk to Woodridge High School head football coach Phil Martter. Coach, welcome to the program. How are we feeling, sir?
Feeling good. Just got done with the practice, watching a little middle school ball, run up here and get ready for this game Friday night.
So you're doing some early recruiting? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, we're gonna have 5 middle schoolers come to the game actually tomorrow or on Friday.
Okay.
We're gonna have them in their uniforms. We're gonna put their face up on the jumbotron. We got it all ready. Recruiting our own home kids.
That is awesome. Well, Coach, I don't know if you know this or not, but on the 330 to Go High School Football Show, your Week 3 game. So this Friday, you take on the CVCA Royals at home, and it is our game of the week. So we get to chat with you a little bit, learn a little bit about you, the coach, your team, and then get the fans psyched for Friday's game. Does that sound fun?
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Coach, we know obviously we're in Week 3. The first 2 weeks haven't gone as you would have hoped, I think. But what is one thing that you have learned from your players through the first 2 weeks of the season?
Well, we've grown a lot. We've gotten a lot tougher and figured out what we need to do offensively. I think we found that we're a gritty defense, and even though we gave up a lot of points, we got a couple 3-and-outs last week, and the week before, lose by 1 point. Defenses give us a chance to win games, and our young line has figured it out and getting things going. So I'm really excited to see what we can do, and I think both teams are real hungry, right? Both teams have kind of had 2 really tough opponents, and they're really hungry for a win. So I'm just excited to see good football on Friday.
Well, obviously, for those that know, I work for Q92 Sports as well. So last Friday, I got to talk to Coach Phil, and I was at West Branch for the Woodridge West Branch game. Coach, I got to say, from watching it from the press box, that first quarter, you guys seemed to go toe-to-toe, step for step with West Branch. What did you see in your defense, knowing how high-powered offense West Branch has and how much talent they have? How excited was it for you knowing that you had them go consecutive 3-and-outs and gave your offense a chance to go?
The exciting thing is because that high-powered offense, and they're really good in the skill players, and we have really young skill players. We got freshmen like Naseer Williams-Clay playing safety. We have another freshman playing corner and Aiden Smith. We have a sophomore playing safety and Kai Jones. So and then another sophomore playing another corner and Kellen Morr. So, and all those guys holding them up, getting pass breakups, filling and doing all this stuff. It gets really, really exciting on what we have in the future. And like I tell guys all the time, you're a freshman now or a sophomore now. By week 5, hopefully you're a junior and a senior. So we continue that growth. Fair. I'm really excited.
Well, you bring it up. We know that there are only 5 seniors on your roster, and I believe there's 11 juniors, and then the number kind of increases with sophomore and freshmen. Besides your 5 seniors, who is someone that has stepped up to become a leader for the Woodridge Bulldogs?
Well, I kind of mentioned him already is Kellen Morr for us. He's a sophomore, and he's a quiet leader, but he's a guy that just plays with a chip on his shoulder. He likes getting angry and being aggressive, and I like being angry too. So that's kind of a guy I lean on, is kind of building that attitude, that bulldog mentality that we're looking for. Another guy that's really stepped up is Don Dunlap. He's playing will linebacker for us. He's a kid that last year, he wanted to do so well, but he's a type A guy. He would just kind of like get super frustrated. Now he's kind of got past that, and he's making a lot of great plays for us. And I'm really excited just to see how he grows. And then we have a freshman playing left guard who's all big, and get out, and that's Rainier Moore. And he's going to be something special in the future.
Oh, that's awesome. We love it. Love hearing about the kids that are coming up. Obviously, we love doing this show. We love the publicity to the schools in the 330 and a little bit extending beyond the 330. We love it. Now, is Kellen Morr the one that made the helmet type catch last week at West
Thank
Branch?
you for helping me out. I forgot our other tough guy, and that's Andrew Stoll. We have 2 Stalls on the roster, so this is Andrew C. Stoll. We call him Little Stoll, and there's another freshman that's a Stoll. That's the big Stoll. But he might be one of our better athletes on the team. The guy is just quick, and another guy that's just kind of tough. Whatever I can do and not fazed by competition. He plays all the sports. He's just a tough kid, and really a blessing we have on offense. And I need to do a better job of featuring him more because he just makes plays.
Well, for those that didn't see it or haven't heard about it yet, in the game against West Branch, Woodridge was throwing the ball down the field. It ricocheted off the helmet of another receiver and into the arms of another Woodridge receiver. Probably one of the coolest things I have ever seen from the broadcast booth. What was it like on the sidelines?
We drew that up. That was a call play. We practiced that throw right off the guy's head and get going. You know what I mean?
That's
what
awesome.
It was like on the sideline. I was like, all I could tell you is I was just so excited and was like, let's get on the ball and let's take this advantage and not rest, right? Let's try to get a play real quick before anybody knows what happened. So we get in the end zone before someone figures out that that's not supposed to happen, right? So,
up in the booth. In the booth, I made the da-na-na, da-na-na. That should have appeared on SportsCenter if anybody got the film. It was really cool to see. Yeah. And then you talked about you scored a touchdown on the next play. We got to talk about Quadzilla. I know Gavin Lynch. We have showed him. He was one of our player spotlights on the show last year. You gave me the nickname. I kind of took it and ran with it. I'll send you your royalty check later. We know that he was potentially going to. We'll send it to Mom. That's perfect.
Right.
We know she's a fan of the show as well. We'll take care of Mom. We know that Gavin was going to play quarterback. We know he's a dominant safety. You've got him at running back. Can you talk about how special Gavin is to your team?
So he's real special, and I got to do a better job of maybe putting a little more wrinkles in there. You know, he can run the ball on the outside. He can run on the inside. He plays defense. If he's on the field, we're going to have a chance. And it's that simple, right? Just if he's out there, he's going to make a play. He's going to be physical. He's going to do those things. He's going to give all he's got. He's a quiet leader. He's not really a really loud guy, but he leads by example, showing up every day and just a steady worker. And then too, just learning how to play running back. Each week I see it more and more. And, I'm seeing it more and more. Like, what have I learned, right? Better play calls for him to do what he does well. And so we can just keep improving and getting ready for this game this week.
Awesome. You talk about your game this week. You take on your crosstown rival literally 5 minutes down the road in the CVCA Royals. What are you hoping to see on both sides of the ball Friday night?
Just Woodridge continue to play physical football. Attack up front, because CVCA they want to run the ball, and whatever they choose to do, they're going to do it with high efficiency and run right at you or throw. And they're a tough team, and they don't have quit in them. They'll fight for 4 quarters, and I'm hoping to see our guys kind of respond to that. And we've talked about it in the meeting rooms, showing them getting stuffed on power, and then the next play running power again the other way and then getting it, or it's 3rd and long and they run the ball and then they go for it on 4th down. And just kind of that belief and that fight that they have. And hopefully, I've challenged the team that we can match that and learn something from our opponent and then maybe do it better than they do it. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for this week is again, up front. That's where the game's won or lost everywhere. And hopefully we can do that.
Coach, we know that CVCA has run the ball 45 times in 2 games. Have you talked to the defense? Have you let them know, hey, guys, they're going to run it, and they're going to run it quite a bit, so be ready? Has that been the conversation this week at practice?
Yeah, that was our practice plan. We probably did inside run for about 45 minutes today, and we did another team session, and I bet they're going to run the ball even more. I just, they didn't have their go their way a couple times on passing the football against Mentor Lake Catholic, and I bet if they just ran the ball, it would probably even been a closer game. So I have a feeling they're going to run the ball as many times as they can.
Friday night is going to be a phenomenal night. Can't wait. Woodridge at home against CVCA. Coach, before I let you go, you've got the Woodridge fans watching, the CVCA fans watching. What's something you want to say to them to come and support you guys on Friday night under the lights?
Just come on over. I think we have one of the most beautiful stadiums in all of high school football. We're down in the valley. We got the trees around you, and everything that we've updated is so nice. And just come and enjoy it. The only problem is you got a long walk, but you get a long walk down the Paul Print Paulway, and you can see all the trees and everything coming. And just excited for a fun, competitive game. And if anything, it's going to be a beautiful setting. You'll see the sunset, and it's going to be nice for you and your family. And I just love our stadium. I just think it's picturesque, if you would.
Perfect. I love it. It should be featured on a postcard. I love it. Can't wait. Once again, Coach Phil Martter from the Woodridge Bulldogs. Coach, good luck Friday night. Good luck the rest of the way. And hopefully we'll get to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you. This is awesome.